Good evening. My name is Peter Smith and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Port Phillip City Council. I declare this special meeting of the Port Phillip City Council open and I welcome the members of the public who are here tonight. The City of Port Phillip respectfully acknowledges the Yalukit William clan of the Bunurong and we pay our respect to their elders, both past and present. We acknowledge and uphold their continuing relationship to this land. My first job tonight is to facilitate the appointment of a temporary chairperson in accordance with Part 4, Section 28 of the Council Meeting Procedure, Local Law Number 2, Section 2009. So I'd now call for nominations for the position of temporary chairperson. Councillor Baxter.
Can I nominate Councillor Voss, please?
Happy to accept that. Secondly, Councillor Gross. Do I have any further nominations? Gross, sorry. Do I have any further nominations? There being only one nomination, I declare Councillor Voss as our temporary chairperson. Thank you, Councillor Voss.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. So, this is a special meeting of the Port Phillip City Council, and the purpose of this special meeting is to elect a mayor and a deputy mayor. Therefore, in accordance with Council's meeting procedure, local law, tonight's agenda will have no public question time or councillor question time. And as there are no items being formally debated by Council tonight, there will be no opportunity for the public to make comments. And please note that this meeting is being live streamed. Live streaming and recording allows the community to watch and to listen to meetings in real time, providing greater access to council decision making and improving openness and transparency. The live stream of this meeting is available on Council's website and Facebook page, and the recording of this meeting will also be available to view on Council's website after about 48 hours. So we'll go to item 3 of the agenda, apologies, and we're all here tonight, so there's no apologies. Now, any conflicts of interest, councillors? No? Okay, then we'll go to item 5, which is outgoing mayor and outgoing deputy mayor to address the gallery. So I guess that's me first up as the outgoing mayor. Okay, so I'm going to say it right up front. First of all, thanks to my family. Warren, also affectionately nicknamed the Stallion, because it can't always be about the mayor. You took to this new title with ease, as mayoress just didn't cut it for you. And I'm sure you would all agree that nothing about him says mayoress. You have been mostly supportive and only sometimes getting a bit hot under the collar when you didn't agree with the directions that you thought I was going in. But nothing can thank you enough for your love and help, especially at home, with our shared responsibilities. You've had the lion's share, and I'm truly grateful. Sorry, that you've always backed me. And to my 3 children, Lachlan, Caitlin and Eliza, you are all growing into amazing teenagers, and you've had the wonderful benefit of seeing things with the local government lens on. Don't you cry. And having been engaged in our wonderful community, I hope you see the time that I've had as mayor as a role model for what you can achieve. Thank you for your unconditional warm hugs and kisses and love. You're my inspiration. And now to Sam, Marissa and Mary, always, you are a wonder. But I wanted to pay special tribute to Sam. A very special call out to you. Where are you, Sam? Oh, You have made my life so simple and easy. anticipating what I will do or say, making sure I'm prepared, and making sure that the office of Mayor continues to be respected. Nothing is too much, and you take on each task with speed and agility. I've enjoyed working with you, and you're the best. I think you should give Sam a round of applause. Now to Sandra, my media advisor, and so much more. You've become my friend and my confidant, if I can say that, and have helped me navigate so many situations with diplomacy. I'm forever grateful for our conversations, the trust, and the many times that you've been the ear to my concerns, whether at 6 a.m. or 10 p.m. I've always been able to rely on you. Thank you very much. I think they... Right. The CEO and the executive. An incredibly professional and collaborative team that's always respectful and prepared to answer probing and important questions. Thank you for working with me. I've enjoyed the challenges and being in the hot seat for those difficult situations that arise from time to time. And generally, all the staff at the City of Port Phillip, you create a beautiful place to work and you deliver a well-loved place to live, and I'm appreciative of everyone's part to deliver on the council plan. And of course, what could it be without saying thank you to my beautiful community, each and every one of you. You've all had a part to play, and I have loved serving you as Mayor. And I'm really proud to be now named as Mayor Emeritus, and will certainly continue to serve my council going forward. I'm actually really sad to be stepping down, because part of me feels like I'm letting down my community. It's stupid to say that. But over a period of time being Mayor, I've ensured that our whole municipality is represented fiercely and equally, and I encourage the next Mayor to do the same. I'm proud of the inclusive and respectful approach we have taken to our decision-making and problem-solving. I'm proud of the collaborative approach with state agencies we've developed. Building strategic partnerships has been a key focus for me, and I'll leave this position knowing that the foundations are rock solid. And I really wanted to thank all that have helped with turning all these relationships around. I'm truly thankful. But I'm nervous and I'm worried as I pass the huge weight from my shoulders to the next. I will miss the regular meetings with our state politicians and senior bureaucrats to advocate and negotiate on behalf of our community. And I'm really pleased to say that 10 out of our 11 election advocacy items to the state government will be realised. I'll miss solving problems, and I'll miss working hard on behalf of this council and ensuring each and every voice is represented in everything I do. I do love our community, and by stepping down, I do feel torn. However, it is time, and I've made the promise to my family. I have been out nearly every single night for the last 3 years, but that was my choice, and I've loved every single minute of it, but it did make it hard on my family. I've just got one more page, so please bear with me. I just wanted to say to Deputy Mayor Dick, thank you for all your support, your advice and your willingness to help out when called upon. You never fail to remind us all of our past and that we can never kill a council service. Andrew, thanks for your focus on our business community. It's terrific how you always bring their perspective into our conversations. Louise, your passion for everything you do shines through. You are thoughtful and generous and always prepared to fight for what you think is right. Oggy, juggling a new baby, a new business, has seen you on a steep learning curve, which you've taken all the challenges in your stride. And Marcus, your ability to ensure you make it to all community meetings and engage with the community is a true credit to you. I wouldn't be surprised if you have now met every single person in our community at least a couple of times. And Tim, I've got to know your kind, intelligent and fiery character that has a thirst for knowledge and the capacity to be a terrific team leader. Catherine, I wanted to thank you for always being on the ready to help. Your astute wit, intellect and kindness make you a very caring politician. And David, always considering deeply, very deeply, each and every issue as though your life depends upon it. Thank you for ensuring we all give due thought to all of our decisions. I continue to be encouraged by this team's braveness and how committed to good, strong values such as integrity, respect and collaboration, and to behaviours such as being accountable, prepared, honest, objective and focused as a team. These values and behaviours are shaping our culture and foster a confident and productive council, a high-performing council that is skilled and attuned to our community and our great city. Thank you, councillors, for your trust and support over these past couple of years. We've grown together and we constantly hold each other to account to ensure our community gets the very best version of ourselves. I'm looking forward to continuing the privilege and honour of serving my community every day. Thank you. Thank you. Now I'd like to ask the outgoing Mayor, Deputy Mayor, to address the gallery.
I think I'm going to say a few words if I may. Councillor Voss, before you do that, I'd like to say a few words of thanks on behalf of our community, your colleagues on council and all the staff who work here at the Corporation of the City of Port Phillip. A big thank you for your dedicated service to our city over the last 3 years. You skipped over it a little bit in your speech, but you were recently recognised by the Municipal Association of Victoria as Mayor Emeritus, which recognises 3 terms as Mayor. And I'm a firm believer that the success of any organisation comes down to leadership. And Councillor Voss, the leadership you've displayed as a community leader, a leader of and within council, the clarity of vision, dedication to the role and support for those around you, including myself as CEO and our executive team and all the staff that you come across, has been absolutely outstanding and exemplary. As your CEO, it's been an absolute honour to work with you as Mayor, and I'm glad that we're only mid-term because it means I get to work with you for at least another 2 years. Councillor Voss, your leadership for me is marked by the value that you leave behind you, and you leave tremendous value behind you as you step down from Mayor. You've mentioned some of those things in your speech. I've got far too little time to talk about them, but those who know you and know you well know the value that you create in your interactions every day. And so, on behalf of your colleagues on council, the council administration and our community, I'd like to present you with this small gift in appreciation of your great contribution as Mayor of the City of Port Phillip. Thank you. We can hold them for you too.
Thank you very much. They are truly beautiful flowers. I love the colour. Now I'd like to invite Deputy Mayor Dick Ross to say a few words.
Madam Mayor, Mr CEO, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I'm only going to talk about the outgoing Mayor. Madam Mayor, I think you've played an absolute blinder, been strong, encyclopedic knowledge about the community. It's been a great year, and there's been no other metric that measures that than we got together and we said, okay, we want to get 11 things out of this election process, and we got 10, with a sort of like a nod and a wink about the 11th. It's always a controversy when you appoint a mayor, and I know this time last year, I thought in the end, the most outstanding thing that you could bring to this city was to be the mayor in the difficult time of being an election. And I think that was correct. And so all I just wanted to say was huge shoes to fill, whoever replaces you. I still think of you as Madam Mayor, or even though it's an anachronism from 6 a.m. this morning. And yeah, I think should have nothing but pride. Look, who knows what will happen in the future. I suspect you may return someday to this role, and the city would only benefit from that. So I took the view when I was appointed deputy that the mayoralty was one unit and that my job was to sort of support the mayoralty. And even though, everyone on this council has had ferocious disagreements on policy at some point in time, I think that we've worked well and you made it easy to work as a part of a unit, and I look forward to seeing your contribution as the next 2 years of this council play out. So, mazel tov, congratulations, the rest is well deserved, and enjoy.
Now we'll go to the term of office of the Mayor. So in accordance with Section 71(2) of the Local Government Act 1989, before a Mayor is elected, the Council may resolve to elect a Mayor for a term of 2 years. So do I have a motion to elect the Mayor for a term of 2 years? So that motion has failed. So that means that we'll have the next decision on the Mayor will be for 1 year term. Right. So the election of the Mayor is in accordance with Section 71 of the Local Government Act 1989 and Part 4, Section 28 of the Council Meeting Procedure Local Law number 2/2009. I'll now call for nominations for the position of Mayor. Councillor Crawford.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Gross.
Thank you, Councillor Crawford. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Bond to second. Do I have any further nominations? Therefore, since there are no further nominations, I declare Councillor Gross the Mayor. I will now invite Mayor Gross to take the chair and address the gallery. Thank you.
So another secular Jew, Leon Trotsky, used to give 5-hour talks to the Red Army. He ended up with an ice pick in the head. I am careful. This is an important moment for me personally. It's 14 years since I occupied this chair, and in that time I've managed to go from mayor to pariah and now back again. And the journey from pariah to mayor is a circuitous one, but one that you learn from with the warp and through the warp and weave of life. And I'm incredibly grateful to my colleagues for putting me back here. So after the 14 long, dark years of mayoral prohibition, I can't say anything but it's good to be back, and I do feel like a phoenix. But whilst I mention my colleagues, I do have to say a couple of things. The first is that universally they are a very high calibre council. It's often better to be surrounded by morons, but I'm not in this situation. Starting with Tim, smart, occasionally obnoxious, never nice to me, but a fantastic colleague in the Swampy ward. Lou, an enthusiastic, great addition to this community. I've spoken about the former mayor. Bernadine, you'll be impossible to serve after. You've left big shoes to fill, and thank you. And I'm absolutely as terrified as I am flattered. Marcus, we love each other. You're incredibly smart. You've got skills in financial matters that is desperately needed by every organisation, but particularly a local government one. And my special Oggie, the Serbian. As soon as I heard you were Serbian, that made a difference to me because of the alliance in the Second World War. I think we'll spend a lot of time together, and I've really valued on the partnership on some of those difficult social issues about which you are so passionate and have been such a leader on, from pill testing to Adani. Important aspect of this council. I say the same about you, Comrade Cat, that you too have been not only ferociously intelligent but great on those social issues and really embedding the consciousness back to this council. Andrew, you've had a really busy time in the past few months. You're a great councillor. You've got this extraordinary knowledge of the map of Port Phillip. You know all of the strategic planning documents by heart. You follow up ferociously. You understand what the community wants in terms of basic services. I think you're a great councillor. And Brandy, I know for me to say something nice about Brandy really means I sound obsequious but no, you are a very deep thinker. We all know that. You are, the go-to guy on issues to do with culture, heritage, design and building. We'd be lost without you. You are appropriately known as the award-winning councillor. So I wish that I was surrounded by a pack of morons who I could easily manipulate. That's far from the case. And the only other things I do want to say is that there's a 4-year cycle with councils. The first year is a really tough year. You've got all these strangers who found themselves on council, and you have to craft the team, you have to lead the doing of the council plan, and thank God we had Councillor Voss to step up and do that. The second year is also really difficult because there are major strategic initiatives on transport, waste, environment and water management, and these have been completed. Also, this was an electoral year, and I actually think it's a good thing that councillors stand for parliamentary public office, because I believe there is actually a sort of a system whereby we have to give politicians the chance to have experience in other tiers of government and grow into higher parliamentary office. And I don't resent anyone running for public office, but what it does mean is that we have policy and ideological differences, and they're sharpened when we play in other spheres. And so we had to manage that, and I think you managed it pragmatically and well. So the first and second year out of the way, and the third year is actually the easiest year. This is the year you can actually experiment with the mayor. It's all about taking those strategic documents and try to stop thinking and start doing. And I'm looking forward to that. I just have to remind everyone that this council has already done a lot. We've done 1.5 life-saving clubs. We've done something that's never been done in my 15 years in public office, which is build a new park. Never been done before. So we are actually getting lots of things done. There's been an epoch-making vertical school that's been built. We, obviously a state government responsibility, but our hands and fingerprints and paw prints are all over it. So you can look throughout the municipality and see immense achievement. And outside the municipality, there's been achievement. So I think we can all look back at the first 2 years and say we want to do more, but stuff has been done. It's time of consolidation and implementation. And hopefully it is a less controversial year where we can tolerate a mayor of less orthodoxy than is typical in the sector. I want to say a few thank yous. I too want to thank my family who helped me get here. Simon Cosma, who's the master of the sinister arts of political manipulation. Floodwatch being just one part of it. People who you don't know, who are my campaign directors, Denny Meadows and Bill Forrest. And I definitely want to thank the CEO and our officers. I have a congenital disposition to fall in love with my CEOs. But I promise I'll try and temper that and be more objective. I have to finish now, and I'd like to thank you all again for electing me to this auspicious position. Could I have someone to move a nomination, please?
I'd like to nominate Councillor Crawford.
That's acceptable to you, Councillor Crawford. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Pearl. Do I have any further nominations? As there is only one nomination, I declare Councillor Crawford elected as Deputy Mayor. Now, I know you have to go, and I took up too much airtime, for which I apologise, but do you just want to say a few words?
I'll just explain while I'm running out the door. We changed the date of this and I'm doing a play reading at the Butterfly Club at 7 o'clock. So there's 3 quick things. Thank you to my fellow councillors, because I know I said in the meeting today any of us could do a good job as Deputy Mayor in our own way, and so I do feel privileged to have the opportunity to take that on, and I thank you. I did text my family before because I forgot we live stream. My family's in Queensland, so I don't know if they're watching, but hopefully they can watch back. I remember when I was age 12, I said I wanted to be a teacher or Prime Minister, and I reckon Deputy Mayor of the City of Port Phillip's pretty damn good. And I just want to say I'm looking forward to learning, probably making mistakes too and learning from them, and And hopefully the key thing that I'm passionate about, other than supporting the Mayor and everybody else in this capacity and delivering for our community, is trying to find that way of communicating with the wider community. I just don't think that we always cut through, like how do we make politics and local council and all that more accessible to the wider community, because it's really important, their views and their participation in it. So that's kind of going to be my main focus in this year, other than supporting in the wider, obviously, role as Deputy Mayor. So my Sheba is waiting for me downstairs. So I hate to get Deputy Mayor and run, but that's about what I'm going to do.
You don't have to. You don't have to. It's all
so
over.
Thank you very much, everyone.
There being no further business, I declare the meeting closed, and I invite the gallery to attend for light refreshments in the Womanjiko room adjacent to the council chamber. Thanks very much.